About tonight. It was a shocking crime. A man tosses his toddler son to his death off the Key Bridge. Tonight, Stephen Nelson learns his fate. WJZ is live at the Mitchell Courthouse. Weijia Jiang has more on the sentence and some emotional reaction to it. Weijia?
Denise, it certainly was a long day in court, very tense, very emotional, leading up to the moment Stephen Nelson learned he would spend the next 50 years behind bars for killing his toddler.
I have justice for my son. I have justice for my family. We finally have closure. My son can now rest in peace.
Natisha Johnson says she's been waiting for this day for nearly 3 years. That's how long it's been since her baby boy, 3-year-old Turner Nelson, lost his life in a most unthinkable way, thrown off the Key Bridge by his own father, 40-year-old Stephen Johnson, who a judge sentenced to 50 years in prison late Friday afternoon.
I could not imagine what my son could have seen, what he did see, if he saw anything at all, whether he was asleep. So those are questions that I've always had, of whether or not he was awake during this. And to know that he drowned is even more devastating.
In court, Nelson cried heavily as family members spoke on his behalf, begging the judge for mercy. And a Johns Hopkins neuroscientist testified Nelson was depressed and often hallucinated at the time of the murder.
Mr. Nelson never tried to minimize the effect that this is having on his family and Turner's mother and her family. It's a tragic event, and he really wishes that he could take back all of this.
Now, the 50-year sentence is the maximum punishment the judge could have given Nelson based on a plea agreement he entered back in November. Nelson was given a chance to speak in court today, but he did not. We're live in downtown Baltimore. Weijia Jiang, WJZ Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you very much, Weijia. The judge will recommend Nelson go to the Patuxent Institute. The sentence does include the possibility for parole.